Hello everyone and welcome to our second webinar about Qtake 1.5. My name is Flappy Jimenez and it is a pleasure to be here with all of you. Please, let me know where are you now, or where are you, or how are you today, please. As well, if you have any doubt or questions about Qtake or Obide Smart Assist or Smart Dog, you can send to us by email at obidesmart@obide.com or by Facebook. Also keep in mind, during next days we'll be answering all your doubts or questions. Of course, all Obide, Qtake and Motion staff, we appreciate your attention and a special hat for all the video assists, DITs and video operators in general who can't follow us today. But we hope everyone can watch these webinars in the future through our social networks. Once again, please, we like to know, it's a pleasure to us to know from where are you connected, or your country, your city, your town, why not your favorite beer as well, your doubts or your questions. Okay, let me start. Today we are going to see an in-depth review of the file room. Consider, this is the most important webinar because without good control of all the file functions, it's impossible to enjoy a good performance in Qtake. I repeat, without a good control of all the file functions, it's impossible to enjoy a good performance in Qtake. For these reasons, today we have a long but important day. Thank you for watching and let me start. Okay, let me switch to my Qtake. There you are. As you can appreciate here, and this is our Qtake 1.5, absolutely super new version. Yesterday, our absolutely dear friends from Qtake, they shipping to us the last version. Maybe to everybody, everyone can enjoy this version with amazing new features. As always, why not? Okay, let me start with a very simple explanation and deep explanation about this room. For me, it's the most important room because, as I said before, without good control in file, impossible good performance on set, ever and ever. Okay, or never and ever. Sorry. Okay, file is localized here in the room buttons zone. Okay, as you can appreciate, we have a file, shoot, edit, comp, and studio, but today we need focus in file. Okay, probably some people ask about what is this button. This button is the Overs manual, direct Overs manual or uses guide in Qtake. Okay, where you can learn or you can watching any special function or a special button information or details about Qtake. Okay, but let me start from the menu buttons zone in the bottom button area, and let me start first of all with the layout button. Okay, layout button means, for example, imagine we can open several toolbars on Qtake like this. For example, this is clean, but now we can open all the file toolbars on Qtake. thanks to the layouts. Okay, this is all absolutely crazy, right? But let me start with my Flappy setup. Okay, this is clean, large views and very important information for me at the moment. In the upper toolbars area, I have a stream. In the lower toolbars area, I have my control for Video Village, video control for my video outputs, my control for my user room, my project files, etc. Right? But let me explain. Imagine if we have all. I don't like to use on-set layouts. I prefer to use this button in the right corner. Okay. This button is amazing because thanks to this button, I can localize in super high speed where is my scopes. Here is my scopes. As you can appreciate, this is my output set, this is my monitor, this is my export toolbar, or where is my view toolbar? In the top line of upper toolbars, right? It's easy. It's absolutely more accessible for high speed control about where is this toolbar. Okay, so let me now start from the beginning in a clean, without any toolbar. Okay, as you can appreciate, I don't have any in the menu buttons area. I don't have any button, any toolbar open. And now it's time to one by one open every toolbar in the menus button zone. First of all, the Qtake, and here we have from the beginning we have the free space, disk space information in total, in remaining time, or in gigabytes, or for example, we have the log for log, the auto log settings, or log if we go to lunch time or briefing. Okay, we can log our Qtake. Thanks to this, nobody can touch our system or make the control of our system. Another important button is quit. Quit means, as before, is very simple. Just say bye-bye to Qtake, right? But as you remember, in our preliminary webinar, we explained about buttons on Qtake. Now we have quit plus dot. Okay, here you are. As you can appreciate in the right button area, in this button, we can appreciate a dot. What is the meaning of this dot? Very, very simple. Now, if I put this button for just 1 second, here you are. New. We have a new submenu, and here we can make the control about which Qtake version will we use today. Okay, we can choose from HD1, HD2, HD4. We can choose if we work with 1 or 2 video boards, we working with custom playout or not, and HD8. Today I choose, for example, HD4, and close, quick, and you can see here my Qtake. My Qtake application. Let me open in my desktop or the default Qtake folder. As you can appreciate, this is my clean Qtake system with just only one app. I don't have HD1, HD2, HD4, HD8, just only one. But we can choose, as you can appreciate here. Let me close Qtake. Bye-bye, Qtake. Now It's the same, as you can appreciate here, is the same icon, right? But when we open Qtake, immediately Qtake show for us our version for today, X4 at this time. Okay? Very simple and very affordable. Thanks to this, our colleagues in Qtake, they can make a perfect control for all the issues, all the bugs, or new release for just only one app. And never more 81, 82, 84, 88, etc. Just only one app for everyone on set. Okay, next one, user. As you can, this is no news about this. The only thing is we can create several users, but it's very important to fix the password and email, and of course to say we need to say to Qtake if we like to go in directly to Qtake Cloud or not. Okay, let me open my Flappy user. As you can appreciate here on this information level, username is Flappy, is I'm logged into Qtake Cloud, right? It's very simple. Now, next one is project. Okay, I will go to open one by one and define one by one every button in the tool, in the menu buttons zone, every toolbar. Next one is project, but new appreciation. As you can appreciate here, when I open Qtake, user, and project, all of these, all three these toolbars appears in the lower area. If I launch directly this, for example, project to the top toolbars area, is very simple. Just 1 second, and here you are. The project title is here, but now, please, down is here. Okay, very, very simple, and you can appreciate this difference according with the triangle icon here in the menus button area. Very simple for create our property layout on Qtake. Never more say Qtake is very dark. It's very clear application, to be honest. Okay, bye all of this, and now we need open our project submenu. As you can appreciate here, name, creation data, last change, number of clips, and media size and server status. I'm connected with my Qtake server, right? For this reason, I have here the information about I'm connected with my server. Important appreciation about this. Today, we don't talking about Qtake Stream, Qtake Monitor, or Toolback, and Qtake Server. Why? Because we need dedicate a special, very special webinar for these important things, right? For this reason, I invite you to say, Flappy, when is this? Ask me now, please, one by one. Okay, so let me explain in deep this menu. As you can appreciate, we can reorganize all of this. We can open or close with more precision one by one all of this. Okay, we have here new for create new projects, delete, duplicate, because probably we like duplicate for different reasons. Okay, we can edit, we can upload or download from or directly to the Qtake server. This labels is for or segment buttons is a local, remote, and server. Okay, And now let me open and edit my important project. Okay, this is my project for today, file room, and it's very important. Okay, first of all, my title. If this, I can say if this project is private or not. At this moment, it's not private. It's open. Um, where I like storage, I have my drive, video drive. Okay, I'm going to send all my contents directly to the project's storage. I choose custom proxy storage at the same video drive. Okay. Next one is media. This is concerned to if we like download or the ProRes file or the H264 file from the second unit, third unit, splinter unit through the Qtake server. One day we dedicate, another time I say, one day we need dedicated special webinar for all of this. Slating, we can choose UK and US, regards US, regards UK. Extend how we can divide all this slash or dash. Unit, very important. We can choose now, finally, on Qtake, which unit we work, with which unit we work in a project. Why? Very simple, because probably in one shooting we have first or main unit, second unit, splinter unit, BFX unit, and several units around the world or in different countries or different places, right? Thanks to this, we can reconnect through the Qtake server all of them, and from this sub-menu we can choose which unit we have today. Next one. Ta-da! Amazing! Now finally Qtake work with color space ACEs directly, all the formats, all the normalization color ACEs format inside of Qtake. Okay, this is for working color space, global color space for Qtake, right? And from here we can choose the version, etc. Next one. From here we can choose which input we have on Qtake. Today in my Smart Assist Evo 4 I have 4 inputs, and we can choose every input we can choose directly here. Okay, for example, but consider currently we have up to 5 input sources, as you can appreciate here. Sorry, here. Okay, one by one. SDI, usually we use SDI from the camera, magneto, etc. NDI, very important. Let me show you. By NDI, video over Ethernet, we can choose, for example, this is my LAN, my local home, okay? And now I have my NDI source by Ethernet, and let me show you here. Sorry. Oh, just a moment. I need to shipping from my. Okay. Okay. Here you are. As you can appreciate here, this is my Wirecast window. It's the same window as you can appreciate in your Facebook Live, right? Now, let me explain. I shipping from by IP my Qtake Studio in Wirecast directly to my Obide Smart Assist. Thanks to this, I have a new video source is directly, for example, let me do a playback, and here, let me choose now directly, okay, as you can appreciate here, is my live feed. NDI, Video over Ethernet. Amazing, because now we can reconnect several studios by Ethernet cable, and we can connect several video sources with a lot of meters or kilometers or miles of over Ethernet cable, right? Okay, so let me return to my project and edit. Just a moment. Okay, bye NDI source. Next one is cube. We can use a Teradek cube. We can use another Qtake or our Macintosh. For example, why not? Our FaceTime camera or another USB camera directly inside of Qtake as video source. It's amazing for trainings, for rehearsal on set. Christian, delay. NDI delay is absolutely short. Okay, by NDI. Okay, next one. Okay, here we have all the concern about audio and timecode. Okay, this is the TC body. We can connect our Qtake system with a TC body. As you know, is a digital clock with timecode. Okay, thanks to this, we can slave our Qtake system with this digital clock, or we can choose different timecode inputs. No, SDI, LTC, or audio. Okay, and from here we can choose LTC, vertical 2, or auto. Next one, Genlog. We can choose from here 3 different access to the Genlog: free run, reference, or video in. Usually we use almost always video in. Okay, frame sync, audio input. For example, from here I can choose SDI embedded from a microphone or XLR audio. From here we can fix the video delay according with our settings for each input. This is completely independent per input. Let's go directly to camera area or encoding area. From here we can choose every professional and film camera, digital camera in market today, from Arri to Sony Venice, the new paradigm in cameras in market. All of these cameras we can receive several information, in special, for example, with Arri Alexa. We can choose directly all the metadata directly on Qtake. Later we can explain more and more about metadata. Okay, from here we can choose the AD for the camera. Usually this AD is coming from the camera, but sometimes, as you know, we have 2 or 3 or 4 cameras, but why all with the same AD? From here we can choose different IDs. Okay, here we can choose different 3D sources, left, side by side, fake side by side, etc. From here we can encode in quad. Imagine we have a Qtake system with just only 1 input, or 2 camera inputs, or 3 camera inputs, or 4 camera inputs. But today we need shooting a lot of cameras. For example, 4 cameras with just only 1 SDI input. We can use a second tool as, for example, the quad decimator. Okay, and we can ingest directly 4 SDI camera signals in just only a small tool. Okay, and we can quad output directly on Qtake, and later all the metadata inside of Qtake we can reproduce one by one all the quad shooting directly on Qtake. In It's very, very interesting. VR360, take note, it's very important. We can't do the stitching directly on Qtake. We need embedded this stitching, okay, directly on Qtake, okay? For this reason, after we can post stitching, we can view the VR360 directly in iPad, iPhone, or directly in our monitors, okay, with absolutely total and real control. Next one is the codec. We can choose different codecs. Qtake is based in QuickTime codecs, but never forget, with additional modules plus the H.264 encoder, we can do at the same time up to 3 different encoders. Apple ProRes in each format or codec, and we can use H.264 plus a bit. Okay, it's very, very, very important to keep in mind. Next one, input color space. Before we're talking about we can working with ACES color space directly in project on Qtake, but now also we can choose access proxy directly per camera input. For example, we can choose Axis or Alexa logarithmic C directly in Qtake, right? For the reason we have at the moment, later we can appreciate more and more, 2 access for color space. One by project, and secondly in input, right? Okay, very important. Never forget to activate React SDA data, because without this button or this input field selected in yes, we can receive the metadata versus we can receive also the rec trigger or timecode from the camera, right? Okay, so next one, Metacoder. Metacoder is an amazing tool for all the people he likes to use third devices with metadata embedded by SDI, and of course transferring and receiving the metadata inside of Qtake. For this meaning, the guys of Qtake, they create Metacoder, an amazing tool for embedded directly and ingest directly on Qtake metadata. Reverse pull down, we can reverse pull down directly on Qtake, one by one, input by input, right? But sometimes, please, for example, if today we shoot in 1080p, doesn't have any sentence if we choose pull down in camera time base 25. Why? Because we produce extra charge in our GPU and CPU, especially in CPU, right? For the reason, bye-bye, I don't need today the pull down, right? Okay, next one, record X264. It's very important because if we don't activate this input field, okay, we can watching contents in iPad, iPhone, or Macintosh. For this reason, please, if you have problems with your Apple iPad, iPhone, or Macintosh, please, before all, check I activate the field, input field about record X264. Yes, okay. Next one. Here we have the resolution and the quality about this encoding. my recommendation is to don't increase very much the quality and resolution, because in the other hand, the reception in the in the other point, if we don't have professional antennas or professional routers, gates, etc., is impossible to good reception. For this reason, keeping this resolution and quality, because if you don't need more, is much better than nothing, because in the other hand we have a lot of problems in receptions, right? Okay, so finally in this area is about the camera. Is a primary video format. Today we shooting, well, and sorry, I don't have camera, I at home, locked down at home, but I don't have camera. But my project, I fixed my project in 1080p, 23.976. Okay, and standard, right? Okay, from here we can detect the camera, or we can activate the automatic change about this resolution. If this resolution I ingest some video feed without this resolution, immediately Qtake changes directly to the current situation. Okay. Finally, we can save all these settings, or we copy to all. Important, copy to all. Why we need copy to all? For example, if I have one camera, but I need to use composition, mix, etc., it's very important copy the camera to all. Why? Because thanks to this, we don't have any problem, any issue later if we like to recreate compositions in compo. Okay? It's very important. Copy to all. Okay, next one. Open my project. I have some video feeds here. Next toolbar, info. Here we have three segment buttons, directly license, where, thank you, Vlado. Thank you for your license. And this is my machine, my dongle. It's very important. If we don't detect here the dongle, means you have problems or some issues with your driver dongle. For this reason, check before if you have any issue about the dongle, if the dongle appears here. Okay, from here we can connect directly with our Qtake shop for rent or buy new plugins or new modules. We can renew, update, and create new account, or simply say thank you very much. Next one, send report. Send report means from here, take attention, because this is very, very important. Many times you call to us or send emails or WhatsApps or message about, oh, please help me, I have a problem. Okay, the best way for solving all the problems is this, problem reporter. Why? Because immediately, we report a problem to the Qtake guys. We ingest in just only one way our problem plus our Qtake preference plus the application log. Thanks to this, the guys into core, they can check your problem without more information, just simple explanation. For example, this is my simple explanation. And now, look, send. Immediately, look here in this area, because it's very important, the status bar area. And now, sorry, okay, I send my report directly to Oh. Okay, why not? It's simple and stupid issue. It's not important. Okay, next one. I send my report. I hope my colleagues in Slovakia they check my report and they can make to me to growing and growing and growing. Okay, next one. Preference. First recommendation. Keep in mind. Take note. Okay, is very important. If your preference working well, please don't touch the preference. It's very simple. It's the same. Let me explain a similar example with your TV. If your TV works well, why you touch the channels and the different menus on your TV? Watch TV and relaxing. Okay? It's the same with Qtake. If your preference still well, please don't touch the preference if you don't need to touch the preference. Localize your issue before because it's very important. It's much better than fix stupid things here. Okay? For this reason, let me explain the most important preference for me on Qtake. First of all, for example, I like to show you if you need to improve the screenshots files, we can choose from here from JPEG to TIFF. Thanks to this, we can increase the quality directly because, for example, sometimes the VFX department or makeups, they like to, okay, please send me the screenshots, but with more quality. Okay, this is a simple example. Next one. In GUI, for example, we can enable the audio waveform. It's much better sometimes than regular volumeters because, for example, sometimes we need align our offset in base of music or some special effects. For this reason, is very interesting. Next one, Obide Smart Mode. This is dedicated extra functionality for all our products. From here, our customers can choose one by one his product, and immediately we have a fix tools directly for our Qtake users. Thank you. So next is enable FX history or the new thing, kiosk mode. Thanks to this, we have the control of the mouse directly on Qtake. Auto load, another important thing. Auto stream, yes, I love this because thanks to this, every day I don't need to start the stream and check if the people is connected or not. We can fix all these functions, and thanks to this, people when arrive every morning, every evening on set, they can connect directly without, hey Flappy, hey Manolito, please connect my iPad, connect my iPhone. No, it's auto connect, right? More or less. For example, external devices, if we need to work in, for example, with the Video Hub, of course, but if you don't need work with Video Hub, don't use, because on the other hand, you have advertisements about some issues or some yellow lines in Qtake, and sometimes people say, why I can connect my Video Hub? My friend, because you doesn't have a Video Hub. Simple. Next one, A-bit surface. I don't have A-bit surface or my tangent surface, but I activate today enable NDI output because I use NDI output today in my Qtake session. Okay, enable Bonjour service is okay. I don't require QR code for verifications. Next one, for example, we can activate yes or not if we like I connect with a live grade, for example, for total control about the color grading directly from live grade in Qtake. one day we dedicate a very special webinar for second parts applications or second parts tools, how we can connect my light graph or my tangent USB device, etc. Okay, now very important is the diagnostics, etc. Thanks to this, bye bye. My recommendation is hide, and now this log is very simple, just only 3 kilobytes. Okay, just only 3 kilobytes. We can copy this preference wherever you want, USB device, in our cloud. If you have problems, we can copy and return this preference inside of this folder. Okay, and finally open Qtake with the same preference than before. Thanks to this, our performance is still same. Next one, options. In options, let me focus in the most important options on Qtake. Number one, post React action. Usually we use none, but sometimes people like to load the last shoot. It means immediately we finish the shoot, the clip, all the clips came directly to here, for example. Or auto playback, immediately we finish. Okay, stop, camera stop, and our views made auto playback directly one by one. Okay, that is not usual on set to use this. Next one, of course, if you use not solid state hard drives, SSD, use this, because this means the physical drive, okay, is mount. Thanks to this, we have always our drives ready for recording. Next one, auto playback sync, means, for example, I play here one by one, all my clips one by one, but, okay, if I activate auto playback sync, or auto clip, auto playback sync, and or clip sync, we can choose 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras, clips associated, and immediately we can make recording playback, and we can choose in our list or browser one clip, and immediately we arm all the views with the same clips for playback. Okay, next one, comp FPS log. Okay, it's a very important button, very important button, especially with for people works with old computers or low resources computers. First of all, let me show here in this important part directly in the status bar sum, directly that we don't have notifications. We have directly here all in blue. Blue means performance. Info, we don't have any info in green. We don't have any warning, and we don't have any error today. Okay, but now let me go without comp FPS log to composition, to the compo room, and immediately look here. In warnings, I have a new sentence. Turn comp FPS log user option when using video out for composite. Thanks to this, if we eliminate possible issues on video out when we performance 1 or 2 sources in video out with FPS signals, immediately we can go directly to here, activate the log for FPS signal, and immediately we go directly to compo. We don't have the same sentence, right? Let me activate another time, and activate, I'm sorry, and as you can appreciate, new sentence, we return, bye-bye, return to compo, new sentence. If we unactivate this, directly, we never and ever we can see similar concept. Okay? So, this is good example to watching warnings here. Okay? For example, let me show you another warning. For example, okay, let me open in preference, external device, a video hub, apply. I need to restart my Qtake. Okay, I like don't send this. I send Blado a present. Okay, so next one. For example, look, now I have a new warning. Video hub not initialized. Why? Very simple. I can't because I don't have any video hub connected. For this reason, please never forget, don't use stupid things on Qtake or a stupid preference without knowledge or without information. Okay? Check the words manual. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Okay. Now, look, I open another time Qtake. And let's go. Now, I don't have warning about the video hub, right? Simple, but very, very important. The next one, important option on Qtake is a camera auto rec. Remember, if we use in project, if we like follow the rec trigger when the time code is running, we need to activate React SDA data here, right? But never forget to activate here camera auto rec. Thanks to this, when Qtake receive the time code from the camera, we can run auto rec directly on Qtake. We don't need go to shoot and put directly the rec on Qtake. Is auto. Okay? Also, we can use auto rec run. Next one, from here we can open new, as you can appreciate here, new options, and I activate here. I like show my keyboard because, for example, today I use just only one touch panel, and one for this reason I like to use here my keyboard. For example, why I like to use my keyboard here? Because, for example, if I'm like going directly to make any sentence, like, for example, open new username, as you can hear, you can appreciate here, I can put my name here. For example, another important thing, I can put Flappy here, and if I use any of these shortcuts for 1 second, and Flappy is in my database. Thanks to this, we can work in Flappy. Okay? But not for today. Okay, so next one is very important. If we have show keyboard, we have extra for touch panel screens, extra options in different sliders and enacted input field buttons or keys on Qtake. Okay? Another very important button is the next one. Mute live VCD. I like hear you. I need to hear you. How many times producer, directors, DOP say, the sound is like a robotic, metallic. Let me know how many times. A lot, right? Why? Very simple. Because probably you don't activate Mute Live BCD. Let me explain about this. If we connect one camera, two cameras, three, four cameras, plus audio feed, consider between camera A and B, we have very short delay. Very short delay. Okay? If we have three cameras, we have between A and B short delay plus A, B, and C short delay. If we agree, we next camera, four cameras, okay, one by one by one by one, delay, chorus, phaser, or flanger. Thanks to this, we can appreciate it at headphones or monitors, speakers, I mean. Delay, 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 flanger, phaser means robotic sound. For the reason, activate this button. It's very, very important. Consider. Okay? I think for the moment, this is all about the most important options. If you have any doubt about any option, please send to us an email or send to us a question by Facebook. Next one is view. Through view, we can, let me play here contents. Bye-bye. Now, from here, we can choose video 1, video 2, video 4. Okay? Or we can choose 1 second here, video 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Remember, always you have in front of you secondary function button as this with dot means extra function. 1 second, quote, 1 second, couple. Okay? 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. Okay, next one is very exciting because now, as you know, day by day, we need shooting for commercials or for iPhones, iPads, for social media. Okay, now, on Qtake, we can rotate the views, okay, one by one, for shooting and appreciate with absolutely precision how people come watching later in his devices. Okay? Another important thing is, for example, how we like the background. It's completely new. We need to restart. And this is another important thing. For example, we can appreciate, let me rotate this to original position. From here, we can choose output display, output control for color space axis. For example, we can choose, okay, this monitor goes directly to an external, amazing and expensive and high quality monitor P3D60. Or the next one goes directly to P3 DCI or Super RGB, or the next monitor is Rec 709. Okay? It's amazing. Consider we have access control directly to project per camera input plus 4 outputs. Amazing. Okay? Thanks to this, we have the control of the color on video, village, or set with absolutely more professional grade than ever. Next one, import. As you know, on Qtake, we can import or we can link. If we link contents, means we can connect different contents directly with Qtake, but the contents still in the original localization. I mean, for example, if we connect directly contents from our hard drive, external hard drive, or server, the contents, we don't need connect and give the contents directly in our hard drive. The contents can keep in the original position. But if we import, the contents came directly to Qtake. Also, we can import directly from import or link from another Qtake session or project, right? And an important thing now is import. We can import, we can surfing for our hard drives. Okay, I have 2 hard drives connected now, my system and video drive. But the best and incredible access to fix in high speed import performance is on 2 ways. For example, we can import. I like, for example, import. Let me close here this window. I like import all of these contents directly to Qtake. I can do drag and drop, okay, but I don't like use now this, okay, because before, look, I need to keep your attention about this new button on Qtake 1.5, task, okay, because immediately I will import some contents directly on Qtake, okay, we can appreciate here a new screen plus this button move from black to green. After I will go to explain this, but let's go into import, okay? Now I don't like, as I like to import all this folder, I can choose directly and drag and drop all the folder on Qtake. And now we can choose, for example, here, automatic this selection, which this I like to connect. For example, I like to use the set, load after import, yes or not, create H264, yes, parse file name, nor or yet, with file name parsing template. For example, if I like import from Atmos, from Sony, Key Pro, Alexa, Red, or Qtake, for example, Qtake, I can, or important thing, we can edit, my friends, we can edit all this information, okay, we can create our property file name templates. Interested, eh? It's very, very useful. More or less, if we need import contents for 3D, multi-view, or VR 360, plus another important thing, take attention about my recommendation. I'm completely sure you many times need import layouts from Adobe Photoshop or another platform, right? But these contents are very big. My recommendation is use this still image scaling to auto fit, because, for example, if we need to put some logos or some information in the foreground, it's very important scaling, because on the other hand, we eat extra resources in CPU and GPU for a stupid thing. Thanks to this, my recommendation another time, please use this function for auto fit to 1080 all the contents. If we like use metadata, attach the exacting clips, or override the video data. I don't like. Okay. Remember, immediately I put import, look here in task, around here, okay? It's very important because immediately we open a new subscreen, but we can appreciate here task in green. Let's go. Import. Here we have the new match import clip files, and here probably you can appreciate with absolutely no precision at the moment, but late touch yes, we can clone all of this and we can import all of this and we can edit the metadata or some specific parts here, or we can choose okay this and this not, or all yes, okay, and we can choose different settings and sentence for fix different match import clips files. Okay, we do okay, and now appreciate here task is in green, means now our Qtake is working in transcoding files. Okay, we convert to H264 or ABIT or another transcoding we use directly on Qtake. Okay, now we can say pause. Later we can say okay, do it. Now, for example, I can close my Qtake session. Okay, bye bye Qtake session. Some contents, look here. This is my Qtake server. Some contents, no media, no media, no media, completely. Why? Because some contents I shut down my Qtake session for today, okay, and some contents don't finish the encoding, okay. Now I will go to open my Qtake, and immediately I open my file room session. Task is still working, as you can appreciate. Okay, it's amazing because we can say okay, working in normal way or in high speed level. Thanks to this, we can confirm all our clips or our data directly on Qtake. And look here, some in very short time we can appreciate here, okay, all the media, all the clips, okay, is coming directly to Qtake and connect directly with my Qtake, okay, all the contents. So just a moment, it's almost finished, one by one, okay. Next one, very important, never forget, import always on Qtake is in background. Thanks to this, we can follow all the camera indications or director indication, and all the import in background is working thanks to the task. And now we have the control of the task for import and export all the contents. Speaking about export, from Qtake we can export directly to Final Cut Pro X, Final Cut Pro 7. Please never forget to use Final Cut Pro 7 to export directly to Adobe Premiere. Okay, this is the perfect workflow for send contents directly, our clips or scenes directly to Final Cut Pro, Final Cut 7, and Adobe Premiere. We can export to AVIT, and we can edit templates, okay, for different settings like metadata, like audio tracks, and different settings. Also, we can export to ADL. We can export the Qtake media or camera media. We can export to another Qtake, okay, and we can fix auto export. Thanks to this, we can create our property workflow, okay, and directly we can create our property pipelines. Thanks to this, we can read, we can process, we can overlay, we can encode, and we can write. For example, now let me create a new, in a brief, a new pipeline, right? For example, now I like process all the effects without effects in access conform rec 900, and now I like choice this new through this, as you can appreciate, pass through a file name template. Now, for example, another one for different settings without mask. We can edit mask directly on Qtake by frames, by, for example, like this, and vertical, line, and cross. Okay. And next one is encode. Encode from here, okay? From the second parse, this one. Okay? One new encoder. In this case, we can choose M4V, QuickTime, Avid, or OpenXRR with different settings for different codecs and different sources. And of course, finally, I can say, okay, this content goes directly to, for example, new folder, new folder, data. Okay? By the way, what is this? What is the pipeline? Very simple. It's the data wrangling tool in BASIC on Qtake. Okay? Next one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Report. About the report, we can use the new templates. For example, I'd like to duplicate this template, and this is my camera report. Okay, I like send every day. Camera report 2, because I have a camera report 1. Okay, my camera report, I like select all, for example, clip data, camera, lens. I don't need the script supervisor information. I don't need the VFX information, but I need the private data. Look around here in this area, because I have here the template about my PDF report. I like send this information here, as you can appreciate here, shot, camera, clip, scene, lens. And now, let me close. I choose which clips I like to see in my template, all the clips. And now, I can localize with absolutely high speed in my Finder my PDF report with the thumbnails, with all the metadata. Very sorry, I don't have metadata on these clips, because it's I import from my library. But consider, if we have camera, metadata, professional lenses with intelligent lenses, we can ingest that in the PDF report, all of this. Thanks to this, we can sharing this by airdrop, by email, by message, etc. wherever you want. Very, very simple. Okay? Next one. We can make screenshots. For example, let me choose here another content like this. This one. Okay? And now, look, just only one touch. Just only one touch. Boom. I save and a screenshot. Where? In my Qtake folder, Qtake project file room screenshots. As you can appreciate here, this is my camera or my view 1 screenshot. But if we return to Qtake and we use a screenshot 1 second, what's mean? We save all the views, okay, one by one, all the views directly in independent JPEG files. Remember, if you like increase the quality, we can go directly to TAFF with more and more quality. Okay. Next one about the screenshot, we can make clip report. What is this? Okay, I made a clip report. I don't have the clip report. Let me check another time. Just a moment. I like choose another content. Okay. Okay, I don't have a clear report. I don't know why, but it's. Let me explain. If we choose between a screenshot versus clip report, when we do a clip report, we have all the metadata associated in a PDF report, just only for this clip. Okay. I can generate this. I don't understand why. Let me import another content with more information. Let me choose just a moment. Let me try. Is okay. 5 page. Create. Okay, I import another time. I have this clip from my dear friend Valentin. Where are you, Valentin? At home, I hope. Okay, I can generate. I'm sorry. I don't have. Later I will try for watching what's the problem. But anyway, as I repeat, if we do clip report about this clip, we have the clip information plus the metadata information in a simple PDF. It's almost the same than the PDF report, but just only one clip. Okay? Link. Thanks to link, we can connect just one master and 8 slaves of Qtake for create a super big system up to, imagine, 2 systems, 8 cameras, 3 systems, 12 cameras, and more for multi-angle shooting with just only one Qtake operator plus switcher and Ethernet cables. We don't need any more. Okay? It's very, very simple. Next one, about connectivity. We can open GPI inputs and GPI outputs. What is the GPI? GPI is Global Control Processing Interface. We can open, for example, we can connect. Imagine if we shooting a video clip with artists and lightings and lasers and fog machines, etc. Usually, the lighting guy, the lighting technician, use his mixer for make the remote control of the lightings, machines, cranes, etc. And we can make the control directly on Qtake, okay, through the external devices, or we can control from Qtake external devices. Like, for example, immediately we receive the rec trigger, we can use different tools on set for make different applications. Okay? This is a special thing when we combine Qtake with motion controls, for example, because we need connect and we need to receive extra information, not only the metadata and the video feed. Also, always we need some GPI controls, or we need some GPI access directly on Qtake. Very short, but today we don't need to talking about the stream, monitor, and tollback. Why? Because we need dedicate a specific training for these 4 buttons: stream, monitors, tollback, and scopes. Scopes is, as you know, scopes, we can use scopes for real-time analyze in HDR including, okay, on Qtake, but I like explain the scopes together with the stream because it's amazing tool for sharing analyzers, vector scopes, histogram, false color, or focus picking directly to iPads or iPhones. Okay? For 2 reasons, please consider. Next day, we show in a special dedicated webinar for all of these functions. Next button is output set. Is specific for our Qtake systems, our Ovide Smart Assist systems. With the new Evo series, we have the total control of the temperature directly on Qtake. I mean the fan speeds control. If we use the auto mode, when the Qtake receive the red trigger from the camera, the time code from the camera, all the fans down. Thanks to this, we have absolutely quiet system. And immediately we stop the camera, all the fans up. Okay, let me use my microphone near to my system now. Okay, for use the system in silence. And as you can appreciate, the system is absolutely, let me use the microphone close. As you can appreciate, it's a very quiet system. Now let me use the fast. Okay, as you can appreciate, now it's not quiet system, but the advantage here is we can use, now it's low and now it's silence. Okay, I return with my microphone. As you can appreciate, this is a very powerful tool, in special for countries like Spain, because we have a lot of shoots here with extremely high temperatures and humidities. Thanks to this, our Qtake operators, they are absolutely satisfied with our systems on set. Not only here in Spain, of course, wherever you want. We produce systems for everybody around the world, not only for us. Okay, this is our reset for our system. But now let me explain about the output. Here we have the control, my video village control with my 12 outputs. Remember, with Ovide Smart Assist Evo 4, we have 4 inputs up to 12 outputs. With Ovide Smart Assist 2, we have 2 inputs, 6 outputs. And with Ovide Smart Dock, we have 2 inputs, 6 outputs. But the important thing is we have the total control by presets or by manual about all the setup on Video Village. Okay? For example, now this is my Video Village control. This is my composition, control, preset, and my producer preset. As you can appreciate when, for example, okay, please show me the composition. Just only one clip, and all the process number 2 goes directly to output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why not 9 to 12? Because 9 to 12, I log all of this, and thanks to this, I can use all of this directly with my system. Okay, as you can appreciate here now, look, now all from 9 to 12 disappear. I don't have control because I chose all these 4 outputs for send directly live feed without delay. I repeat, live feed without delay to the DIT card. Interesting. Why? Because we can shipping without delay contents to the DIT. If we ingest our contents directly in the DIT card, probably we have delay in our Qtake systems. For this reason, this is a perfect choice for send. Video feed without delay. Another important thing is, imagine, now for example, I can choose video out in the video village, video 1 preset, video 1 process 1. In process 1, I have a single view, the view number 1, okay? Or we can choose active. If I use active, I can send any view directly to the video 1. Next one, for example, I can choose from here the video output number 2, process 2, and we send to the process 2 now the video 2. Video free for the producer. Okay, we can use the labels including. I like send the view 1 and view 2 in anamorphic and rotated. Thanks to this, we can use extra large display for showing to the producer absolutely high quality video feed with anamorphic signal, without borders or with borders, etc., etc. And in the end, I send to the video village the process number 4 with all the views, number 1, 2, 3, and 4, rotated, anamorphic or not, in asymmetric, with the main out, main video input 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever you want, okay? And of course, we can align this setup according with our preference, okay? We can design the video village with absolutely precision and very exciting tools. More, we have the MUX directly in GPU output, and we have the QD format. This is the QD format directly dedicated for pull down directly in outputs. Okay? And of course, we can choose 4K output for view on video village, extra large display in 4K. Okay? So, and never forget, enable live pass. Thanks to this, we can choose, for example, if we like send, look, all of this. Now, if we enable live pass, immediately all the monitors receive the video live pass. This is important. Now we have this button for enable live pass. Another important thing, all the buttons, all the keys and buttons on Qtake, if we use the key Fn directly in our keyboard, we can program in different keyboard shortcuts. For example, I like programming here. My live feed is Alt, Command, L. And now, it's a conflict. It's as we are assigned this, okay? I like to use now here, for example, Control and F5. Okay? Immediately I put Control and F5, I have enable live pass. Okay, never forget, we can redesign our toolbars control and our buttons through the shortcuts with keyboard on Qtake. Okay, finally, we have this new button, web. What is this? It's amazing because, for example, we can use an external web, like, for example, petersmart.com, and we can watch in on set any web page, okay, directly in our Qtake without computer plus HDMI converter to SDI plus. Now we can watch in contents directly here on Qtake. Okay. For example, now let me open another web page like this. Okay. For example, Apple. Hey. Okay, and now we can watch in not only a web page, we can also open directly full screen. Okay, we can open directly several sources, video sources like YouTube, Facebook Live, etc. And we can watch on Video Village, why not, the soccer or our preferred live concert between we have or we don't have nothing to do. Okay, so thanks to this, we can open different web pages or we can discuss with some customers some questions. Okay, so okay, we finish almost for today. It's a pleasure to know if these webinars are positive or not for you, and please let me know because it's very important for us. Your feedback is essential for us, your feedback, because without your feedback it's impossible to follow on this way. We do these webinars for all the video assets around the world without any discrimination, without any consideration, just for you. For this reason, thank you for watching, and please never forget, we have next day Qtake 1.5 webinar next Tuesday 7 at 9 a.m. in LA, 18 in Barcelona, session 3, the shoot room. My name is Flappy Jimenez, and absolutely best regards, and very important, thank you for watching and thank you for follow us. This is all for all. This is all. This is all for today. Thank you. Take care.